Dark Knight's Death Metal issue 1 sees Sergeant Rock turn on a light, knowing that we would show up. Batman says that he thinks he's seeing things, but Rock tells him he's got to get it straight with us, since the truth is it's rough out there. The bunker they're in rumbles as Rock says it's more of a grade A turd burger that none of them saw coming. He compares it to getting a hamburger from a drive-thru, only to find out that it is an actual turd burger, and the guy in the drive-thru window offers no refund. So here everyone is in a new world. He says that they are all soldiers, so they have to listen to him, put the car in park and take the turd burger and shove it down the drive-thru operator's throat. Cocking his gun, he says that they are going to show them they are still there fighting back, and they're going to have fun doing it. In Hell, formerly Themyscira of the DCU, Wonder Woman gets to work with her chainsaw of truth, cutting apart her invisible jet as the charred Swamp Thing brings her news, saying that he is coming and he has a prisoner. Diana is surprised, thinking there wasn't any villains left in the world above, but Alex says that he can think of a few hundred with bats on their chest. Alec knows that they don't know who it is that's coming, but it is someone important, sensing 3 bats are coming with them. Diana wonders what prisoner needs so much protecting, so decides it's time to be seen. Heading through the jail, where the villains demand to be let out, Alec tells Diana she's saving them by playing her part as warden, and she should think of her sisters. Diana says she often does, and they are the only thing that get her through this nightmare. Joker interrupts him, saying that Wonder Woman is doing a bang-up job. Alex grabs the bat-themed glasses he is wearing, demanding to know how he got them, since the bat symbol is forbidden to anyone except the Dark Knights, and if he's caught with it, he'll be cast into the pits. Joker welcomes the threat, since he knows down in the pits it's really a paradise island for him. Meeting with the Batman, Wonder Woman says that she was busy disposing of her jet when they called and didn't want to disappoint them, so she went and dressed in full regalia. The Batmen are pleased with Diana, but Diana says that most of their cells are full and she has nowhere to put this new prisoner. The Batmage says that the prisoner is going straight into the pits, which Diana questions, but the Dino Batman demands that she does what she is told or her sisters will be put into the pits. Diana doesn't back down, questioning how this Batman who uploaded himself into a robot dinosaur before his cave collapsed can even consider being a Batman, since he can't even throw batarangs. The dinosaur says that he's working on it and he could eat her whole. Alec calms them all down, learning the Batman's Lord have called the Justice League to his side, along with their handlers to Castle Bat, so Diana will join them there. Diana agrees, opening the Tartarus pit as the prisoner is taken towards it. The prisoner, however, tells Diana to remember, causing Wonder Woman to suddenly know who he is, but she is pulled away before she can learn anything else. Batman Who Laughs, meanwhile, talks about how when he was a boy, he loved coming to this field, since it's where he tried his first baseball bat, rode his bike, and one day he asks his father why they came there so often. Thomas told him that it wasn't just a park, but a graveyard, a site of a great battle during the Revolutionary War, where the British tried to crush the rebellion of Gotham, but instead the people hidden in the tunnels and caverns, fighting only at night, soon becoming called the Dead Bats, but the British lit the tunnels on fire, burning them all within it and burying the bodies in shallow graves all over the field, changing their names from Dead Bats to Deadbeats. The story scared Bruce, but Thomas says the fields and flowers and children playing are how they honor the dead, since they suffered to make this field what it is. The Batman Who Laughs wonders what the Dead Bats would think of it, as now in the present the field is the location of Castle Bat, where the League have gathered. The villain knows that everyone is sick of him, but they are there because deep down they know they love it, and they love being bad with him, or it's probably because he will kill them if they don't listen to him. Going around the gathered members, the villain learns that none of them have had any new captures in the League's territories, and Superman is still succumbing to the anti-life on Apokolips. The Batman Who Laughs reveals that he brought them there because Perpetua has destroyed another universe, Earth 22, so now out of 52, only 8 worlds remain, and once they are gone, she will remake the universe as they please, and the League for their services will each be given a world to protect. Suddenly, Wonder Woman hears Batman in her head thanks to Manhunter setting up a psychic link, which is acting like a bat phone between them. Diana hopes that Batman is far away, learning that he is across the universe, but knows Diana melted down her jet, something that he could never detect coming. So he wants to create armor out of the metal and infiltrate Castle Bat, and use the villain's tech to create a world for them to hide on. Diana knows that they have to get all of the worlds back to win, suddenly beginning to remember going through a portal, but Batman asks her what she exactly remembers as the Batman Who Laughs stirs her from her mind, saying he knows Diana better than her, Bruce Bruce ever did and knows something is up. Diana says that he knows nothing, but the villain thinks that maybe the issue is maybe she has too many friends to tell her secrets to, wondering if he should have his knights burn the last jungles of the Parliament of the Trees, killing Alec Holland in the process. Suddenly, an explosive arrow races from the jungle nearby to hit the villain, but his Robin goblins stop it. In the jungle is Batman, using the cloak of Erasure given to him by Zatanna. The Batman Who Laughs knows all of this since he is Bruce, but Batman says he knows Bruce, not Batman. The villain says that Batman looks like he's there to kill him and dance on his grave, but he knows Batman doesn't kill. Bruce says he doesn't dance either, but he could always make an exception for him in this case. He tells his Batmen to kill him, unleashing them on Batman, but Diana stops some of them, but is soon blinded by the Batmage as the other Batmen grab the League. The Batman Who Laughs asks why Batman is just standing there, knowing the brave men and women buried there would be disappointed, wondering what he would say to them. Bruce only knows one word, rise, which he uses to activate his Black Lantern ring, reanimating the bodies of the dead bats buried there. The Undead Legion attack the Batman as Bruce psychically tells Diana they need to fight like this, and this is what he came to show her, since they can't win with all the small victories. Diana tells him of the new prisoner, but Bruce knows that route is too dangerous since it's how they keep losing. Diana rejects Bruce's plans, knowing that they have to fix it all and find a way back, and what he wants isn't enough for her. Batman decides to leave, getting on his bike and telling Jonah Hex that they are all his to deal with. In deep space on the planet Osex, Lobo arrives at his compass's location, digging up something that his contact knows is the key to everything. Lobo knows that because of this, it's time for the main man to liven up the joint. Later in Hell, Wonder Woman plans on going to Tartarus to meet with the prisoner, but Alec tells her that if she goes down there, he isn't powerful enough to fight beside her. Diana tells him to run, since she can't take this darkness anymore and fight how Bruce wants to, so there has to be a better way back. Alec says that he will wait there for her as Diana descends into the pit, finding the cloaked prisoner, who forgot the 9th level of Hell was a cold wasteland. The being is revealed to be Wally West, who says it is him, or what is left of him, ever since he joined with the Metron chair and Dr. Manhattan's power. Diana wants him to help her understand what she saw, remembering she fought with the League against Perpetua and the Batman Who Laughs, as well as harnessing the blue energy like the one emitting from Wally. She knows Perpetua also used an opposing power. She then remembers nothing until evil Batman was swarming the Earth. Wally tells her that he will help her, but wants her to know if he could erase everything he's done, he would. He says that he's so tired and wants to just be him again, so Diana hugs her friend, telling him to take a rest for a moment and know that they will make this right. Wally gets to telling her everything, saying to understand the path forwards, she needs to understand the past, saying in his travels he learned that all power in their reality gathers around two poles, with every positive bit of energy, be it the speed force, the emotional spectrum, and the justice, being connected, linking each other and their past, reminding them that they are all part of a generational story. The other pole is the opposite of that, which Wally calls crisis energy, things like chaos magic, the anti-life, and forces of doom, all of which are power that disrupts and takes instead of giving. Diana asks if he has this connective energy in him, but Wally says he's too weak and Perpetua is too strong for him. Wally says that in the void, beings like Perpetua are tasked with making multiverses, doing so by using connective energy, dying to give birth to a multiverse. But Perpetua, the mother of their universe, started with crisis energy instead of connective, creating a multiverse with no memory, one that will forever be stuck in a self-renewing loop, a multiverse that would prey on others and absorb them. When Perpetua's kind found out what she did, they trapped her in the Source Wall, stealing her off from the multiverse and others, hoping in her prison she might watch the multiverse and grow to love it. But instead her rage boiled over and she whispered to whomever might hear her, stoking desire and greed to instigate other crises. During the battle with her former Scion Barbatos, the heroes broke the Source Wall, freeing her, and since then she has been aided by Lex Luthor. Wally also reveals that not long ago, a being from another reality brimming with connective energy, Dr. Manhattan, tried to mend the fractures in the multiverse, healing the scars of former crises, but his attempt didn't have the right effect, so the Quintessence gathered up the remaining energy and gave it to the League in their last-ditch effort to fight Perpetua. The League harnessed the connective energy while Perpetua harnessed crisis energy, and they battled, and what happened during the clash is that both powers were exhausted in a blast so powerful it burnt out the sun. Diana wonders how Perpetua is so powerful powerful still, and Wally says that it's the Batman Who Laughs, since he promised Perpetua he would give her a conduit to the dark multiverse if she chooses him over Lex, meaning she now has access to a place where the crises are happening in an infinite loop and forever, as long as they remember them. Diana knows this is why they are being kept alive, because they remember the crises and in turn give Perpetua her power. Diana suggests that maybe they can enter those crises and harness that energy for themselves to reshape the universe into their own way. Wally knows what she wants to do, and so does the arriving Batman Who Laughs, who knows she wants to make the first anti-crisis. The villain loves that, thinking that they should call the two energies anti-crisis and direct crisis. That way they could call them AC and DC. Diana defends Wally as the villain threatens to kill all of Diana's friends on Apocalypse, but Diana knows that if he does that, no one will remember the crises and they will have no energy. The villain has his own plans, however, not wanting to fight since his knights have Swamp Thing at their mercy above them. The Batman Who Laughs wants her to play her part in his plans, and he will honor her promise, giving Diana and all the good people Perpetua has a planet of their own to protect. If she chooses to fight him though, he will hurt her and her friends in ways they can't imagine. The villain knows Diana can't outplan him, knowing that she was going to make weapons and shields from her invisible plane. Diana, however, knows he knows Bruce, and he knows that Bruce would make a shield, but this isn't his story, this is hers, revealing that she has made a weapon in the form of guitar strings, which when she strums them, create a frequency that disintegrates the villain. Later on, Batmage tells the children their master is now gone, so it's time to initiate his true plan. He presses a smiley face button, opening a door and telling the Groblins to prepare the body of the final Bruce Wayne. Elsewhere, Sergeant Rock fires his gun, continuing to go on about the turd burgers, as Batman tells him that the fight is happening now. Batman picks up the torso of the undead Sergeant Rock, telling him that this is the last fight with everyone together. Dark Knight's Death Metal issue 1 was an insane beginning to Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo's Justice League and Metal sequel that laid out the plot in a really fun way. I'm enjoying the focus on Wonder Woman this time around, with her being kind of the last hope the DCU actually has, since, as it's said here, Batman seems to just want to be locked in this never-ending battle with the Batman Who Laughs, doing things his way, when Wonder Woman knows there is another way, there is hope still. The framing device with Sergeant Rock talking to us, the audience, as well as Batman and the other heroes is really fun, and a great use of him as a character, so I'm intrigued to see how he goes throughout this whole series. Wally West's appearance was also really great and perfectly laid out how the multiverse works with the poles, the two opposite forces, as well as tying in things like Doomsday Clock really well. So much so it adds extra layers to that book and retroactively makes it even better, which I didn't actually think was possible, since that book was really quite amazing. Greg Capullo is back on art duties here, making everything look very pretty in a grotesque, dark way. I love his designs for the Batman and the League, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what Snyder and Capullo's final mainstream word on these characters will entail. I'm going to give this issue a 10 out of 10. Issue a